Bonjour tout le monde. Aujourd'hui, c'est mardi le 23 avril. Le mot de passe, quelle heure est-il? You'll need that for your flip video demain, and then we're also going to be learning how to tell time using that question and answering that question, quelle heure est-il, with an ed puzzle aujourd'hui. Le TPR, also something you'll need for your flip demain, so continue practicing that. Okay, quelle heure est-il? So this brings you to the Schoology assignment with the ed puzzle embedded. Let me just go through my explanation here. So when you answer the question, quelle heure est-il? You typically answer with il est. And if it's the exact number, you can say il est 3 heures or il est 8 heures if it's 8 o'clock. So that's what I was just saying. Il est 8 heures. Il est 8 heures. It is 8 o'clock sharp. You can also write it like this. Il est 8 heures can be abbreviated to the number 8, H00. On digital clocks in France, you typically do still see the 2 dots, the little colon in between the hours and the minutes, but this is how it's often written or typed. The H stands for which is like the word hours, as you can see on anglais, but it's more a translation of o'clock. Like we would say, it is 8 o'clock, il est 8 heures. If it's not the exact hour, then you're going to start in the same way, il est 8 heures, and then after you say that word you put the minutes. Donc, il est 8h10 is the equivalent of this. Il est 8h10. And you can abbreviate it like this, 8h10. The H stands for, oh, come on, cursor. Why won't you move? The H stands for There we go. So when you get to the second half of the hour, now this is where it's complicated, and I don't want you to focus too much on this, but it is part of the video I'm going to show you, so I just want to talk about it. So in the second half of the clock, so after 30, you can say moins and subtract the number of minutes until the next hour. We do that in English all the time. So if it's 8:50, I might say it's 10 till 9. Or if it's 4:45, I might say it's 4:45. So we can do the same thing en français. Il est 10 heures moins 25. That means it's not quite 10 heures yet. It's still in the 9 o'clock hour, but I'm subtracting from 10 heures. So il est 10 heures moins 25 means it is 25 till 10 or 9:35. Again, don't focus too much on this part, the moins stuff. I'm more concerned with you just understanding the basics of these. In fact, you can also absolutely say il est 9h35, even if it is in the second half of the clock, even if it is in the second half of the hour. That is still okay. Just like in English, you can say it's 9:45 or it's 9:45. Either way works. Okay, couple more notes that will help you out with the ed puzzle. So we have expressions in English, quarter after, quarter till, and in British English, often they'll say half past. So there are expressions like that in French. When you say il est 3h15, you're saying it is 3:15. Literally, it is 3 hours and quarter. It is 3:15, so 3:15. You can also say il est 3h15. That works in French too. Moins le quart, just like we saw the whole concept of moins up here, means quarter till. So when you say il est 3h moins le quart, it's 2:45. You could also phrase that as il est 2h45. And then lastly, you have the expression et demi, which means half past. So if you say il est 3h30, it's 3:30, which you could also phrase that il est 3h30. That is a very brief and quick explanation of how we answer that question, quelle heure est-il? The ed puzzle will go into more depth. So once again, you're going to click here. That will take you to Schoology. And in Schoology, you'll just click Get Started, and that will walk you through basically everything I just talked about, but it's going to stop periodically and ask you some questions. So just go through that. That will give you a basic idea of how to answer that question, quelle heure est-il, a basic idea of how to tell time en français. And then, you'll continue with that a little bit the rest of this week. I'll ask you some questions about like what time you go to bed, what time you wake up throughout the rest of this year. And then in French 2, you'll do more with telling time. Et c'est tout pour aujourd'hui. That is it for today. Au revoir tout le monde.